The Astros and Twins, the series is tied up at a game apiece. And yesterday, it was the Twins showing up. So I got to ask you, how concerned are you about the Astros right now?
Very.
Yeah?
I am concerned about the Houston Astros.
Why?
And, well, one, the odds. The odds are now not for them to go on and win this series, right? To 15-7, if you're the Twins, if you win game 2, 15-7. 68% of the time, you're going to go on to win that series. Why? And that's since 2000. Why? Well, because now you get to go home. Yeah, you're the lower seed, right? Theoretically, not the better team. But you just got to win one. And then you go home. Now you have the next 2 games, the biggest 2 games of the series at this point, and they're at your home. And we got to watch the Twins' home stadium in the wild card round.
Wild.
I think that surprised a lot of people. That place was nuts. Now you go back there. That's a huge reason for me of why, one, just what history says, right? History now says that the Houston Astros aren't going to win this series. And yes, they obviously can. They're my World Series champion, right? They obviously can win this series, and there's still a good chance they do. But history says the better chance right now to win this series is the Minnesota Twins because they were able to get one on the road. So that's my first reason of why I am very worried about the Houston Astros winning this series against the Twins.
But wait, there's more?
But wait, there's more.
Okay.
Next up, Christian Javier is on the mound for game 3.
Ooh.
If this were last year, great. You know what he did in the playoffs last year? He started a game that the Astros threw a no-hitter. This year's a little bit different. 4.56 ERA for Christian Javier this year. It's not the same. So now, in a huge game, you're taking the mound with a guy on the mound that I don't have any confidence in right now. And I don't think he has any confidence right now. So you're going to go to a hostile environment in Minnesota, series on the line, and have to have a pitcher out there that you're not super confident in. And then what if you lose that game? Dusty Baker was asked about Justin pitching in game 4. He said probably not. So then what do you do? Then where do you turn? So the way the pitching is unfolding for the Houston Astros is a concern in my opinion, especially game 3 with Christian Javier on the mound. I like Christian Javier a lot. I think he's got good stuff. But this year, it just hasn't been there. I think he's lost a little bit of confidence. And I think that's shown on the field. And it's making me lose a little bit of confidence in the Houston Astros in this series. It really is. But Alex, wait, there's more.
Let me guess.
Lastly, why am I concerned about the Houston Astros? 2 words for you. 2 words, 1 name.
Okay.
Carlos Correa.
Oh, yeah.
He's hitting .533 in the postseason this year and .625 this series against the Houston Astros. I've been saying it all year long. All year. Spare me the Carlos Correa struggles. Is he having a good year? No. But when the calendar turns to October, Carlos Correa turns into one of the best players in the entire world. He is one of the most clutch baseball players in October ever.
Yeah.
He really is. His career batting average, 272. His postseason batting average, 285. 13 points higher. And an OPS of 820 in the regular season, and a postseason is 872.
Yeah.
About 50 points higher. When the calendar turns to October, Carlos Correa becomes the man. And guess what Rocco Baldelli did? Huge credit to Rocco Baldelli, the manager of the Minnesota Twins. Carlos Correa hasn't hit in the 4-hole in a long time. But guess where he's hitting now? And they asked him about it. He said it's October. Carlos shows up in October. And he's doing that this year. He goes to Houston, where obviously a lot of emotions on the line for everybody involved. By the way, Astros fans booed Correa. Hate that. Hate that. Why'd they do that? We all know what Carlos Correa did for that organization and getting them over the hump and coming up through there. Of anywhere to boo him, why are the Astros doing it? Don't get that. But he's been huge for the Twins in the playoffs. And look, he just passed Derek Jeter and Big Papi, David Ortiz, in the all-time postseason RBI list. This guy's one of the best postseason hitters of all time. And now he's hot, And that is another reason why I really am worried about the Houston Astros.
Well, we knew Carlos Correa was going to have some sort of a revenge game, especially back in Houston, right? You got to remember, he's got a chip on his shoulder. His replacement won the World Series MVP last year. So you're going back into your home and you're not the guy anymore.
Yeah.
And also him being everything you just mentioned, Mr. October, basically.
Yeah.
This was bound to happen.
Yep.
For Carlos Correa. Now he's going back to his home crowd, bringing the old team in.
Yeah.
It's dangerous.
He is now tied for third on the all-time postseason RBI list with David Justice. Third all-time, passing Jeter and David Ortiz. That is incredible. You want to talk about one of the most clutch postseason hitters of all time? David Ortiz, that guy ripped my heart out so many times. Carlos Correa is proving himself to be one of the most clutch players in postseason history, and that's another reason why I'm worried about the Astros here.
Do you still root for Correa?
I like Carlos.
Even though it's against the team you picked for?
My baseball fandom is so weird,
It is.
Alex.
I know, because you have family ties, you have personal ties, you have friendship, relationship ties.
Yeah. I mean,
what do you want here?
It just gets complicated. Well, I obviously will root for my brother. But, like, if I just am watching a regular game, I'm all over the place. Oh, go player. Go player.
Go team.
So, yeah, it is interesting watching games. And I really do. I root for Carlos. Carlos is an incredible dude, a really good guy, friend of the pod, came on. He's so knowledgeable about the game and his ability to talk hitting and, like, really dive in with you. And you can attest to this, Alex. That's all you want as somebody asking questions. Is somebody that, like, really dives in and gives you a heartfelt, like, genuine, deep answer. And I feel like he's done that for a long time. He did that with me when he came on the show. And he's a really good dude. And it's good to see him back to being a clutch October baseball player.